Good morning and welcome you all to this session of solving problem on steam nozzle. Eighth problem. Calculate the throat and exit diameters of a convergent divergent nozzle which will discharge 820 kg of steam per hour from a pressure of 8 bar superheated to 250 degrees centigrade into a chamber having a pressure of 1.5 bar. The friction loss in the divergent part of the nozzle may be taken as 0.15 of the total enthalpy drop. So here the throat diameter is given in the problem. So we have to consider a convergent divergent nozzle. So we know in the convergent part of the nozzle area decreases and in the divergent part the area increases uniformly. Here the area is minimum. That section is known as throat section. Now we are going to write the given data. So at the inlet of the nozzle the pressure of 8 bar and superheated to 250 degrees centigrade. So the pressure at the inlet section P1 equal to 8 bar and temperature T1 equal to 250 degrees centigrade. And at the exit the pressure is 1.5 bar. So P2 equal to 1.5 bar. The nozzle discharges 820 kg of steam per hour from a pressure of 8 bar. So it discharges 820 kg of steam per hour. So mass of steam m dot equal to 820 kg per hour. So you have to convert to kilogram per second by dividing 3600. The friction loss in the divergent part of the nozzle may be taken as 0.15 of the total enthalpy drop. So the enthalpy drop takes place at the divergent part of the nozzle. So and the efficiency of the divergent part of the nozzle is 0.85 or 85%. Now we have to find out the throat diameter dt and the exit diameter d2. For solving this problem, we have to know the following formulas. So for the first one is cross-sectional area of nozzle exit A2 equal to pi by 4 into d2 square. So in this equation, if we know the value of A2, then we can find out the value of diameter d2. So similarly, cross-sectional area of throat AT equal to pi by 4 into dt square. So here if we know the value of AT, then we can find out dt. So for calculating the value of A2 and AT, we have to use mass flow rate equation. So mass flow rate equal to AT CT divided by VT equal to A2 C2 divided by V2. Here Ct and C2 are the velocity of steam at throat and exit of the nozzle respectively. Vt and V2 are the specific volume of steam at throat section and exit of the nozzle respectively. So for calculating the value of Ct and C2, we have to use this equation. So Ct equal to velocity of steam at throat, so which can be calculated by taking square root of 2000 into h1 minus ht. So in the convergent part of the nozzle, we are taking the enthalpy drop as h1 minus ht. So there is no frictional loss in that part. So no need to multiply it with the nozzle efficiency here. Then velocity of steam at the exit C2 equal to square root of 2000 into h1 minus ht plus ht minus h2 into eta d. Here h1 minus ht is the enthalpy drop at the convergent part and ht minus h2 is the enthalpy drop at the divergent part. In our problem they have mentioned at the divergent part there is a friction or enthalpy drop loss is there. So therefore we have to multiply eta d with the divergent part. Okay, then the unknown values are Vt and V2. So these values we can calculate are from the steam table. we can solve this problem by using steam tables. Solution. So in our problem, they have given at state 1 the pressure P1 equal to 8 bar and superheated temperature T1 equal to 250 degrees centigrade. So anyhow, we have to check whether the steam is dry or wet or superheated at the inlet of the nozzle. So for determining the quality of the steam, we have to go to steam table, page number 11. Corresponding to a pressure of 8 bar, we have to mark the temperature. So the temperature, saturation temperature Ts is equal to 170.4 degree centigrade. Now check the saturation temperature with the given temperature. So the saturation temperature is less than the given temperature. Therefore, the steam is in superheated condition. Now if the steam is superheated, we have to find out the corresponding values of enthalpy, entropy and specific volume. So first we have to calculate the specific enthalpy from the superheated enthalpy table, from the steam table, page number 19. Corresponding to a pressure of 8 bar and corresponding temperature of 250 degrees centigrade, we have to note down the H superheated value. So H sup equal to H1 equal to 2950.4 kilojoule per kilogram. We have to find out the specific entropy of steam at the inlet of the nozzle. So for this, we have to go to specific entropy of superheated steam table, page number 22. Corresponding to a pressure of 8 bar and temperature 250 degrees centigrade, we have to note down the specific entropy S1 equal to 7.04 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So we know the process takes place in nozzle is isentropic. Therefore, entropy S1 equal to S2 equal to St equal to 7.04 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Now we have to find out the specific volume V1. So for calculating the specific volume, we have to go to specific volume of superheated steam table, page number 16, corresponding to a pressure of 8 bar, temperature of 250 degrees centigrade. We have to note down the specific volume value. Specific volume V1 equal to 0.2932 meter cube per kilogram. Now we have to find out the throat pressure PT. For calculating the throat pressure PT, we have to use the critical pressure ratio equation. So in the critical pressure ratio equation is PT divided by P1 equal to 2 by n plus 1 the whole power n by n minus 1. So here the value of n equal to 1.3 because the steam is in superheated condition at the inlet of the nozzle. So now substituting the value of n equal to 1.3 in this equation, so we get Pt by P1 equal to 0.546. Now cross multiply this, Pt equal to 0.546 into P1. The pressure P1 value is given in the problem. So P1 equal to 8 bar. Substitute this in this equation. So we get Pt equal to 4.37 bar. Now at throat, the pressure Pt equal to 4.37 bar. We know the specific entropy St equal to S1 equal to S2 equal to 7.04 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So at throat section, we have to find out the quality of steam. For determining the quality of steam, we have to go to saturated water and steam table corresponding to a pressure of 4.37. So the 4.37 is not given in the steam table. So we have to take the values of Sg corresponding to 4.3 bar and 4.4 bar, and by interpolating this we can get the value of Sg. Sg equal to 6.864 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Now we have to compare the value of Sg with St. Here the Sg value is less than St, therefore the steam is in superheated condition. At throat, the pressure Pt equal to 4.37 bar and specific entropy St equal to 7.04 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. The steam is in superheated condition. So now we have to find out the superheated temperature. So for calculating the superheated temperature, we have to go to superheated specific entropy table corresponding to a pressure of 4.37 bar. See here 4.37 bar is not given in the steam table. So by interpolating the value corresponding to 4 bar and 4.5 bar, we can get the value corresponding to 4.37 bar. So before that we have to check where the temperature is lies, whether in between 150 to 200 or 200 to 250 or 250 to 300. So for this, here the value of St is 7.04. So within this 4 bar and 4.5 bar, where the 7.04 bar lies. See here in 4 bar at 150 degree it is 6.929 and here it is 7.171. So similarly at 4.5 bar 150 degree it is 6.866, for 200 degree it is 7.12. So from this values we can confirm that St value should lies in between 150 and 200 degrees centigrade. So now we have to tabulate the values corresponding to 4 bar 150 degree, 4 bar 200 degree, 4.5 bar 150 degree, 4.5 bar 200 degree. So we have to tabulate the value. Now we have to calculate the corresponding specific entropy values corresponding to a pressure of 4.37 bar by interpolation. So similarly we can get the value corresponding to 150 degrees centigrade by interpolation. Okay, now the values of specific entropy corresponding to 4.37 bar are 6.881 for 150 degree and 7.1284 bar 200 degree. So we know the value of St lies between these two values. So here also we don't know the exact value, so we have to tabulate the value once again. So temperature is 150, then the specific entropy is 6.881, temperature 200 degree, then the specific entropy is 7.1284. Here we know the value of St is 7.04. So for this we have to find out the corresponding temperature. By interpolation we can get the value T superheated or T saturation, T superheated or temperature of steam at throat section Tt equal to 178.8 degrees centigrade. So the value lies between 150 and 200. Is it clear? At throat section, the pressure Pt equal to 4.37 bar and superheated temperature Tt equal to 178.8 degrees centigrade. Now we have to find out the corresponding specific enthalpy value. So from superheated enthalpy table, page number 19, corresponding to a pressure of 4.37 bar and temperature 178.8 degrees centigrade, we have to find out the corresponding specific enthalpy. But in our steam table they have not mentioned the values of pressure at 4.37 bar. So we have to check the value corresponding to 4 bar and 4.5 bar, and the temperature is 178.8 degrees centigrade. So here we have to find out our value, required value is present in between 150 and 200, which is 178.8 degrees centigrade. So we have to find out the corresponding value of specific enthalpy at this region. So for this we have to interpolate this reading corresponding to 4 bar 150 and 4.5 bar 150 degrees centigrade, interpolate it, and we get the enthalpy value as 2748 kilojoule per kilogram. So similarly take the values corresponding to 4 bar 200, 4.5 bar 200 degrees centigrade, we get the corresponding enthalpy is 2859.12. Now interpolate these two values and we will get the corresponding superheated enthalpy. So we know 5 values, so we can find out the unknown value by interpolation. So after interpolation we get the enthalpy of steam at throat section equal to 2814.95 joule per kilogram. Now we have to find out the specific volume of superheated steam. So for calculating the specific volume, so similarly as previously we have did for specific enthalpy, the same procedure we have to follow here also. Corresponding to a pressure of 4.37 bar, temperature 178.8 degrees centigrade, we have to find out the specific volume. So here also the 4.37 bar pressure is not mentioned in the steam table, and the temperature 178.8 degree also not in the steam table. So we have to take two-stage interpolation and get the value as we have did in the previous case. We get superheated enthalpy or superheated specific volume or specific volume of steam at throat section equal to 0.4642 meter cube per kilogram. Now we have to find out the specific enthalpy, entropy and specific volume values at the exit of the nozzle. So for this in our problem they have given P2 equal to 1.5 bar and S2 equal to 7.04 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So first we have to find out the quality of steam at the exit of the nozzle. So for that, from the saturated steam table corresponding to a pressure of 1.5 bar, we have to find out the value of Sg. So Sg value equal to 7.223 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Now compare the value of Sg2 with S2 value. So Sg2 value is greater than S2, therefore the steam is in wet condition. Now we know the steam is wet, pressure P2 equal to 1.5 bar. So from the saturated so if the steam is in wet condition, then we know the formula for calculating the S2 value. S2 equal to SF2 plus X2 into SFG2. Okay, so if the steam is wet, immediately we have to find out the dryness fraction value. So for calculating the dryness fraction, we have to use this equation. So S2 value already we know. So we have to find out the values of SF2 and SFG2 from the steam table corresponding to a pressure of 1.5 bar. The SF2 value is 1.433 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin and SFG value is 5.79 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Now substituting the values of SF2, SFG2 and S2 value in this equation, we get S2 equal to 0.968. Now pressure P2 equal to 1.5 bar, the dryness fraction x2 equal to 0.968. Now we have to find out the specific enthalpy. So for calculating the specific enthalpy, we have to go to steam table corresponding to a pressure of 1.5 bar. We have to find out the values of HF2 and HFG2. So the HF value is 467.1 kilojoule per kilogram and HFG value is 2226.3 kilojoule per kilogram. Now substituting the values of HF2, HFG2 and X2 value in the H2 equation, we get H2 equal to 2622.15 kilojoule per kilogram. Now we have to find out the specific volume V2. V2 equal to Vf2 plus X2 into Vfg2. So X2 already we know. So we have to find out the values of Vf2 and Vfg2 from the steam table corresponding to a pressure of 1.5 bar. So Vf2 value equal to 0.001053 meter cube per kilogram and Vg equal to 1.159 meter cube per kilogram. So Vfg value is not given in the steam table. So we know Vfg equal to Vg minus Vf. Now substituting the value of Vf, Vg and the X value in this equation, we get specific volume V2 equal to 1.1219 meter cube per kilogram. Now we have to find out the velocity of steam at Throd. So we know the value of H1 equal to 2950.4 kilojoule per kilogram and Ht equal to 2814.95 kilojoule per kilogram. Substituting these two values in the velocity equation, we get Ct equal to 521.34 meters per second. So similarly, velocity of steam at the nozzle exit C2 equal to square root of 2000 into H1 minus Ht plus Ht minus H2 into eta d. So substituting the values of H1, Ht, H2 and the efficiency of the divergent part of the nozzle is also given in the problem, which is 0.85. So substitute all the four values in this equation, we get the exit velocity C2 equal to 773.73 meters per second. Now we know the equation for mass flow rate, m dot equal to At Ct divided by Vt. So mass flow rate is given in the problem, which is 0.2277 kg per second. Ct and Vt values already we have found out. Substitute these three values in the mass flow rate equation, we can get the unknown value At. So At equal to 2.027 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Now we know At equal to pi by 4 into dt square. So substitute the value of At here and find out the diameter of Throd, which is 0.01606 meter, or the diameter of Throd dt equal to 16.06 millimeter. So similarly, we have to use again the mass flow rate equation at exit of the nozzle, m dot equal to A2 C2 divided by V2. So mass flow rate we know, V2 and C2 also we have calculated. Substitute these three values in this equation. So we get cross sectional area at the exit A2 equal to 3.3 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Now we know area A2 equal to pi by 4 into d2 square. So substitute the area value here and we can find out the unknown value dt. So dt equal to 0.0205 meter. So diameter of the nozzle at the exit d2 equal to 20.5 millimeter. Thank you.